Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to go through your Sparkbook 1B, Sparkbook JS1B. Let me show you the cover. This one, Sparkbook JS1B, Unit 5 Reading Text. That's on pages 2 to 3 in your textbook. And we're going to read the text together and go through the exercises together. That is on pages 4 to 5 of your Sparkbook. So you may spend some time to take it out before you continue. And in this video, I will give you some time to work out the answers to the exercises by yourself before I talk about it in the video. So when I want you to spend some time to think about the questions, then you'll hear this sound. Then the video will pause for a while before continuing. So let's start. Turn to page 2 of your Sparkbook and look at the reading text. Firstly, before we read the text, what's this text about? Right, so it's about 2 food items. And what 2 food items this text is about? So you can see that on the left, there's a subtitle, potato chips, and on the right, there's a subtitle, chocolate chip cookies. So this reading text is about 2 food items. So let's start, reading this text together. As usual, just like in class, I'll use the video to help you understand what's in the text. So for this part, I will, as usual, I will stop in the middle, pause in the middle of the video, and then give you some time to think about some questions. And before each part, I will also give you some questions to think about when you watch the video and read the text. So before I play the first part, I would like you to think about, please pay attention to the country of the 2 food items that are talked about in the text. Okay, pay attention to the country. So let's start.
The stories behind 2 snack foods. The United States has given the world many foods to snack on. 2 of these have been around for a while, but they're just as tasty as ever.
Alright, I'll pause the video here. So you're right. So the 2 food items come from the United States. Now you can actually finish question 1 of your reading text, of your exercise. So please turn to page 4 of your Sparkbook. Question 1. In what country were the 2 food described in the article created? So I would like to do this as an example for you so that you remember better how to handle this kind of questions, reading comprehension questions. So we find the verbs and the subject first. So the verbs are easier to find. So it's were and created. So were created. And then the subject is in the middle of these 2 verbs, right? The 2 foods described in the article. So I, we, you, he, she, it, they. The subject is they. They were created. So, and then your answer. In what country? So as we have just said, the answer is in, let me go to the book. The answer is in line, don't know which line, line 1 of paragraph 1, the United States. So the 2 food items, they were created in the United States. So in what country? So in what country is the United States? So there's no need to use a capital T, because the capital T is used because it's the first letter of the sentence. So no need to use capital T. and then United States is a proper noun, it's a name of the country. So we use capital letters U and S, United States. Full stop. So done. So when you see this kind of short questions, please, as usual, use the complete sentence to answer it. So I'm going to continue playing the video, and then in this part I would like you to think about, so there will be I'll pause after paragraph 2. We will listen to one more paragraph. I would like you to think about okay, in this paragraph there will be customer, okay, someone ordering some food in a restaurant. So is that customer, is that person happy or unhappy? That's what I would like you to think about.
Potato chips. Sometime in 1853, a customer ordered fried potatoes at a restaurant in Saratoga Springs, New York. But when they arrived, he complained that the potato slices were too thick. The chef tried again, but again the customer sent the potatoes back.
Alright, that's part 2 of the text. Before playing the video, I asked, was the person ordering the potatoes happy or unhappy? So the answer is actually unhappy, because in line 6, the customer complained, right? He complained were too thick. So that's what I wanted you to pay attention to. Now, I would like you to spend some time to, let me go to the questions first. I would like you to spend some time to work on questions 2 and 3 before we continue. 2 items, so around 2 minutes. Alright, so let's take a look at the questions together. According to paragraph 2, what did the customer order? So we use a complete sentence to answer this, and then the verbs are did order is a question, so did order. Because it's a question, there's a did. So we put them back together when answering. So did order becomes ordered. Past simple. The customer, so it's a he. From the reading text, it's in line 6, he. So we can use he. If you don't know, of course you can just copy the customer, he or the customer, customer ordered. So the answer is in the same line. Okay, the customer ordered. The answer is in lines 4 to 5. Ordered fried potatoes. So answer, fried potatoes. Full stop. Next one. Why did the customer send the potatoes back? So did, send, read, 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 break, broke, broken, send, sent, sent. So send, the customer is he, or you can copy. The customer sent. The potatoes is them, sent them back. Or you can just write he did this thing. Why? So your answer. Oh, actually there's no need to be this long. For why questions, we can just start with because and then subject and then verb. So why? The answer is in line 7. The potato slices were too thick. So answer, because the potato slices were too thick. That's the answer. In the next part, I would like you to think about, because the customer was not happy with the food, the chef, the one cooking for the customer, tried to do something, make a new dish. So, but the chef had some kind of idea, some kind of feeling about the new dish. So I would like you to think about what the chef, what the person cooking the food feel about the new dish he had made. Did he love the new dish or not love the new dish? That's what I want you to focus on in the next part. So let's continue.
The chef, George Crumb, was becoming frustrated. He decided to try something different. This time, he cut the potatoes into very thin slices and deep-fried them. The result was rather oily, so he served these crispy potatoes with lots of salt. He thought the dish looked rather disgusting. However, to Crumb's surprise, the difficult customer loved them. What's more, it turned out that a lot of other customers liked them too. These salty snacks became known as Saratoga chips until, in the 1920s, Herman Lay began to sell them nationally. After that, it wasn't long before potato chips became popular all over the world.
Let's stop here. So the chef did not love the new dish. Why? Because the dish looked rather disgusting. So you can find it in line 15. And the result was rather oily, a lot of oil. So it's not something good. And then that's why he added, the chef, George Crumb, added a lot of salt into the new dish. So for the exercise in the book, let's do questions 4 to 6. There are 3 items, so you can spend around 2 to 3 minutes on this. Okay, let's look at it. Look at the questions together. Find a word in paragraph 3 to match the following definition, the following meaning. Okay, feeling annoyed and impatient because you cannot achieve something. So when you cannot achieve something, it means you can't do something well, and then you have some kind of feeling, annoyed and impatient. So if you don't know these words, you should look them up in the dictionary. They are feeling words. So one adjective from paragraph 3 meaning this. So the answer is in line 11, frustrated, as how the chef felt. So frustrated. Question 5. Why was George Crumb surprised that the customer liked his crispy potatoes? So for why questions, you can start with because and then continue with a subject and a verb phrase. So the answer is here. He thought that the dish looked rather disgusting. So that's in line 15. So because he thought that the dish looked rather disgusting. Next one. Which of the following is true? George Crumb sold his chips around the world. So this is false, not true, because in line 21 here it says nationally. So a country is a nation, is a noun, nation meaning country. This is about something happening in the United States. So the nation is the United States. So began to sell them nationally. So nation becomes national, okay, an adjective, okay, and then nationally add an adverb. So it's wrong, and it's not George Crumb, it's another person, Herman Lay, right, according to line 20. So A is not the answer. B, Herman Lay sold potato chips across the US. Yes, that's the answer. It's Herman Lay, and it's within the US, within the country, in the nation. So let me just mark this as the answer, B. B. Okay, I will use the red color. Red. Oops. Red. Done. So how about C and D? Potato chips are crispier than this kind of chips, so it's not mentioned. Crispier, we didn't even see this word in the text, so no. D, this kind of chips were created in the 1920s, so it's not the answer, because in line here, in line 20, in the 1920s is Herman Lay began to start to sell the potato chips. So not the time when it was created. So D is not the answer. Continue. In the next part, I would like you to think about how British people, call what are potato chips called in the eyes of British people. So continue.
Chips, crisps, or fries? In British English, the potato chips that you buy in a packet are called crisps, whereas the long pieces of potato that you eat while hot are called chips. In American English, they're called French fries or just fries. If you're buying them from an American fast food chain, you'll use the word fries, even if you speak British English. And another thing, fries are thinner than British chips. Confusing, eh?
Okay, right. So British people, that's people in the UK, they call potato chips crisps. You can find the answer from here. Crisps in this line 3 of the information box here. So let's go to let's go to page 5 of your book, and then you can do items 1, 3, and 4. Should be very easy for this part. So what would a person who speaks British English call these food items? Use the info boxes on pages 2 to 3 to help you. So we skip item 2 because it's on the next page. So you can spend around 1 minute on these questions. Alright, so item 1, they call this kind of food not fries but chips. You can find the answer in line line 5 of the info box on page 2. Chips. Long pieces of potato that you eat while hot are called chips. So this food item 2, we skip it. Item 3, potato chips, right? But a person who speaks British English, people from the UK, they call them crisps, right? So you can find it from line 3 here. And then item 4, so usually item 4, this food item, people call them French fries, but a person speaking British English, they call them, better show you the book, they call them fries. In American English, they are called French fries. Okay, or just fries if you're buying them from an American food chain. Sorry, you use the word fries even if you speak British English, okay? Just use the word fries. So French fries is not the answer, but fries. Fries. Before I continue, in the next part of the video, I would like you to think about, while you're watching, so we'll move on to the next food item in the reading text here, chocolate chip cookies. So I'll play paragraph 5. So when you watch the video, there is a person making chocolate chip cookies, and she had one problem when she was making the chocolate chip cookies. So what problem was it? That's what you can think about when you watch the video and read the text. So I'll start. What problem did the person have?
Chocolate chip cookies. In the 1930s, chocolate cookies were a firm favorite at the Toll House Inn, Ruth Wakefield's restaurant in Whitman, Massachusetts. One day in 1938, Wakefield ran out of baking chocolate. She couldn't make chocolate cookies without it, so she decided to improvise. She broke up a bar of regular chocolate and added the small pieces, or chips, to the cookie dough. When she tasted tasted the baked cookies, she found that the chocolate chips hadn't melted. This was a good thing because customers loved the new cookies with a chocolate crunch. She named them Toll House Chocolate Crunch Cookies.
Alright, I'll stop here. So, the problem the person is called Ruth Wakefield. Yeah, so what problem did she have? She ran out of baking chocolate, so no chocolate. Okay, she did not have any baking chocolate. That's the problem she had. So, I would like you to now spend a few minutes on questions 7 to 9. Questions 7 to 9. Spend around 2 to 3 minutes again. Alright, for question 7, find a phrase in paragraph 5 which means very popular. So you should still remember the strategy for this kind of question, right? Maybe we can recap a little bit. So for this kind of question, you can use the meaning or the words that are given, put them back into the text where you think the answer is, and then the grammar should be okay and the meaning should be okay. Then it is the answer. So the meaning is very popular, and then you see 3 lines, so you should find a 3-word phrase. So the answer is line 24. In line 24, a firm favorite. So use the words very popular to put them into to replace these 3 words in were a firm favorite. I change it to very popular. So I read the new sentence. In the 1930s, chocolate cookies were very popular. So the meaning is okay and the grammar is okay. So this is the answer. So firm favorite. Continue. Complete the sentence with words from the text. Use one word in each blank. So the answers are all in paragraph 5 because I asked you to do it, to do these items right after this paragraph. So Ruth Wakefield didn't have any chocolate. What kind of chocolate? The answer is in line 27. Baking chocolate. Ran out of baking chocolate. So baking. For her, oops, maybe I should make the box smaller so that you can see the text. For her for her what? What was she making? She was making cookies, right? So cookies. For her cookies. It's in the same line, line 26. Next one. So now Ruth Wakefield had this problem. No baking chocolate for her cookies. So what did she do? So she used regular chocolate broken into what? Pieces or chips, right? So either one word, one of either pieces or chips, both are correct. So pieces or chips. Okay, better. Pieces or chips. So you should use one word in each blank, so you can't really fill in too much. Either you use the word pieces or chips. So they are in line 28. So lastly, question 9. What word in paragraph 5 means to make from whatever is available? So Ruth Wakefield did not have any baking chocolate. So she did this, that means used regular chocolate broken into pieces or chips to make her cookies. So that's make from whatever is available. She only had this kind of chocolate. So that's what she did. So that's the action. So the answer is here in line 27. She decided to improvise. So the answer is improvise, meaning to make from whatever is available. Improvise. So I think you should only fill in one word because the question says what word, no S. So it should be one word only, improvise. In the next part of the video or the reading text, Ruth Wakefield, the person making the chocolate chip cookies, sent the cookies to a group of people. So who were those people? That's one thing you can pay attention to. Who were the people and where were they? So let's start.
During World War II, families in Massachusetts began sending these cookies in care packages to soldiers overseas. When the other soldiers tasted them, they wrote home asking for them too. Lots of people asked Wakefield to share her recipe. Her cookies, now more commonly called chocolate chip cookies, have been popular ever since.
Alright, so who were the people getting the cookies? So they were soldiers. Here is in line 35. Right, line 35. So you can see from the picture, soldiers are people fighting for a country. And where were the soldiers? Overseas. It's in the same line. So I would like you to spend some time to work on question 10 and finish part B as well. So for part B, complete the following paragraph using words from text 1. So it can be anywhere in the text. So this may take longer, but you shouldn't spend really too much time on this. So altogether, maybe around 3 minutes to finish it. Finished question 10 and part B. Alright, let's take a look at the answers together. When did chocolate chip cookies become known across the US? So the verbs are did, become, known. So it's a question, did, become, known. So in a question there's a did and we put them back together. Read, 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 break, broke, broken, become, became, become. So did, become, became, and then known across the US. Okay, and then the subject is chocolate chip cookies. I, we, you, he, she, it, they became known across the US. If you don't like became known across the US, it's very long. You can use one word to replace a verb. They did, right? Just like answering yes, no question. Did you blah, blah, blah? Yes, I did. So they did, yeah? So they did, and then you answer when, what time. Became popular. So the answer is in line 32, during World War II. So that's the time. So you should include the word during, because when you answer, okay, when is a question asking for a time phrase, so you should start a time phrase with a preposition like during. Other prepositions will be before, after, or on, in, at. The very short words telling you time, okay, prepositions. Start a time phrase with a preposition, so you should put it in the answer as well. During, and then the time. World War II. So remember the capital letters. World War II. Full stop. Continue. Part B. Okay, each gap is one word, so can be anywhere in the text. So in 1853, did George Crumb cut some potatoes into . So what kind of person was George Crumb? So you can quickly find the, you can just ignore the chocolate chip part and go back to this part. George Crumb, here in line 10, he was a chef. The answer is here, the chef, right? In line 10. Line 10. Yes, so chef. And then cut some potatoes into very dirty slices before frying them, creating potato chips. So you should go back to the part about potato chips, okay? What kind of potatoes? How do we cut the potatoes when we make potato chips? Okay, should be very thin slices, not the thick one, not this one. This is not about potato chips. For potato chips, it is very thin slices. Here in line 12, thin. Creating potato chips. Later, Ruth Wakefield added something into her what kind of recipe? So you don't have to read the potato chips part, but the other part. So added, what did she add? So she added, where is it? Chocolate chips. So the answer is in line 29. Chocolate chips, two words. Chocolate, and then chips. Or pieces of regular chocolate into her what recipe? So recipe, a recipe tells you how to make a dish, a kind of food. So what recipe? So what was what was Ruth Wakefield making? She was making cookies. So the answer is from, you can find it anywhere. So cookie, yeah, here. If you find the word cookies, for example, in here, now you should delete the S, because now let me type the answer first. Cookie. Do not write an S here. Okay, so firstly, remember you should use make sure that the grammar is okay in this kind of gap filling question. So here we can notice cookie dough. The dough is the thing the thing for the cookie before you put it in the oven and can be eaten. You have to roll the dough. Okay, use used flour to make it, and add eggs and water to the dough. Yeah, so cookie dough. We don't say cookies dough, so we use the singular form. Okay, delete the s. So that's why you should not put an s here. Usually we don't put an s in this kind of two nouns. We don't put an s into the first noun. Okay, in this kind of when you write this kind of words. So next one, okay, I think we still have one part. Alright, so in the next part of the video is a very short part. It's only this info box part. So I would like you to think about this item as well. So how do people from the UK, British people, call this item, this food item? So we usually call them cookies. How do people from the UK call them? So very quickly.
Cookies or biscuits. Speakers of British English generally use the word biscuits for what American English speakers call cookies, but they say chocolate chip cookies just like everyone else.
Alright, that's the end. So the answer should be very easy. They call them biscuits. Yeah. There's no chocolate chip in the picture, so you shouldn't really write chocolate chip cookies, okay? Because for chocolate chip cookies, even for people from Britain, they still call them cookies. But here, there's no chocolate chip, so you should use biscuits. Yeah. Okay. And then now we have finished the reading the text, reading everything. So here there's a vocabulary part in the exercise. So part D. Here, so complete the crossword puzzle with words from text 1 and then around blah blah blah. So I think that this part is a little bit too difficult. You have to read the dictionary meaning read the dictionary meaning and then find the words from the text. I would rather show you the answers so you can write them down. And then what I want you to do is to focus on the meaning. Okay, to put the there are 6 words. Put the words into 2 groups. One group is about ways of cooking. Yeah, these words are in 2 groups. One of the groups is about words about ways of cooking. So the other group is about the taste or the feel of food. So read the words again and the meaning to help you put them into 2 groups. Ways of cooking or taste and feel of food. I'll do one example for you for each group. There should be 3 items in each group. For example, covered in oil or containing a lot of oil. Down number 1 is this one, oily. So oily, is it a way of cooking food or how a food item tastes or feels? So it's how it tastes or feels. So oily, I put it in this group. Yeah. And then maybe I can do an item for way of cooking for you. Cooked in an oven is a way of cooking. Number 4, down number 4. So down number 4, baked, cooked in an oven. So usually we cook food items like pizzas in an oven. So you need to set the temperature maybe 200 degrees Celsius for a certain amount of time, maybe 12 minutes, 200 degrees Celsius for pizzas. Okay, baked. So do the rest. Okay, there should be 3 items in each group. I think you should finish it in around 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, answers. We have baked, so we have deep fried and fried. Deep fried, the meaning is completely covered in hot oil or fat, cooked in a deep pan with a lot of oil, covered in oil. And then fried, the meaning is cooked in hot oil, in not a lot of oil, okay, it's fried. With a lot of oil, it's deep fried. So for fries, we deep fried fries. Yeah. Let's think of another example. Potato chips is deep fried, okay, with a lot of oil. How about fried? So for fried, maybe dumplings, okay, we don't really deep fry them, we can pan fry them, not a lot of oil. And then ways of next one, taste and feel of food. So we have oily, we have salty. Feeling of food or the taste is very salty with a lot of salt, and crispy, so that means makes a lot of sound when you eat it, when something is crispy, like potato chips, or another word for potato chips is crisp. So you notice that there's a Y ending in each of the words in this group. They are adjectives. So oil, salt, and crisps, they are nouns. So when you use the base form of these words, these nouns, you add Y to them, so they become adjectives. So oil, oily, salt, salty, crisps, delete the S first, and then add the Y, crispy. So it's like fun, funny, noise, noisy. You add Y to a noun, and then the noun will become an adjective. Yeah, so these are some key vocabulary items in this unit. That's all for this reading text. It's very cold these days. Remember to stay warm. I'm dressed up these days. So I'll see you in other videos soon. Thank you for watching.